Mike here, head trader at True Trading Group. And on April 11th, the stick and move mentality strategy continues. I'm absolutely perfectly content with hitting singles. We got one and done type moves on the two stocks that I traded early this morning, FTFT and GLG. Okay, I'm going to get into these trades here with you guys. FTFT was really a dud for me, but made a good chunk of change on GLG, but I didn't get the follow through and the continuation that I was hoping for. So this just kind of further reiterates my previous video that talked about, just kind of taking what the market gives me, not looking for home run trades, not expecting all day follow through, taking profits when they're there. And not just holding on to my entire position looking for, that 100% runner, because you're just not getting that type of follow through in small caps. We did have PHUN make a really nice move today, but I didn't trade that one. So I'm going to go through kind of my trades with you guys on the day. We'll start with this FTFT. Okay, FTFT was on the watch list today. It was kind of the lead gapper here. Everybody was focusing on this FTFT off the bell, and then we had the big gap up. Okay, we put in a high and then immediately just pulled it back in. This action right here, guys, is why you don't see me chase opening bell momentum. I never, very rarely will you ever see me place a trade in the first minute of the day. I usually wait until a pattern develops and I can, clearly identify my risk. And this is just an example of why I don't chase momentum right at the bell. So I waited on this FTFT to form a pattern and give me that pullback. And what I started to notice was, okay, that we had this 50 Fibonacci level, okay, started to line up here with VWAP. And I went ahead and entered a tier 1 position, okay, right here on FTFT with plans of adding to tier 2 through VWAP. Okay, I'll take you guys to my trade announcements. Here you can see long FTFT at $1.98. Okay, stop loss is right at the low of the day. I'm going to add tier 2 through VWAP because VWAP had already showed us that it was an area of resistance. So I'm thinking to myself, if we can get through this previous pivot high, okay, which was 219, that I'm going to add to this position and look for a pushback up to the high of the day. I added right here, guys, as we broke above VWAP 218, and we got this quick little spike. I took some profit off the table just because, again, I'm taking profits quickly. Look, guys, you can see it only 4 minutes after my initial entry point. You see I'm taking some profit at 236 because I'm being quick to take profits because I'm not getting continuation and follow through. And then we pulled that move all the way back in, and we put in this nasty kind of failed candle there at VWAP. And once I saw that, I just got out of the rest of the position, guys, right here. I wasn't going to sit there and hold on to that position after that little tail. You see I exited the remaining FTFT at $2. Okay, so nothing really working for me on that FTFT trade. Was really just a complete dud. Okay, it ended up making a move later in the late morning session, and then we've since just been kind of trading sideways during the lunchtime session. So not really the continuation and the squeeze type action that you guys would typically like to see. Next was GLG, which is just completely rolling and falling out of bed here as I make this video, guys. It's 2:52 in the afternoon, and GLG is just like getting absolutely smoked. Okay, so GLG, let's go back to the morning session. Okay, and again, this is kind of about the 50 Fibonacci level again. So today's both trades were based on this 50 level. And you guys can see we pulled in, and you see we start to find support here at this 50 Fibonacci level. The trade line comes up into play right here at VWAP, and I went ahead and I got long, okay, GLG right here at $3.30, stop loss 310. Okay, so there's the entry at 330. Stop loss was going to be just below kind of like this pivot low. So my stop loss I was risking right here to this 50 Fibonacci level. And then we just kind of, trade sideways here. We put in a little bit of a wedge pattern. You guys can see this little wedge pattern that got formed, okay, on GLG. And then once we broke up and out of that wedge pattern, we got a real nice breakout move to new highs. And I just started peeling some off the table as we went. So here you guys can see I took some profit off at 372. Then I sold the bulk of the position at 390. Okay, so right up into this move right here is where I dropped the bulk of the position. First take profit was right there, right by the high of the day. We extended past the high of the day. I took more off, and I held on to one last piece just in case we got that follow through and that continuation. But as you can see, we did not, and I exited the last piece of that position right there. You can see final take profit at 338 just after 11:30. So it's actually right here. So right there was when I exited that last final piece. So again, guys, I'm just sticking and moving. I'm not really getting the follow through that I'm looking for. So when you start to recognize that, you know, the follow through and momentum is a lot harder to come by, you know, you can be a little quicker to take profits. You can, you know, expect singles and be happy if you get a double. The home runs will come if they're there. Okay, if, you know, using the tier trading method and staying in 25% of my position, which is what I did on GLG, if you get the follow through, that 25% will keep you in the trade and you'll participate in that move. But until then, you've got to be prudent. You got to be taking profits when you're getting these one and done type moves. Last before I go, I opened a swing trade today, guys, on this VTL that I opened it earlier this morning. I'm not getting the action that I initially wanted from this stock here today, so there's a chance that I may exit this before the close. I'm not sure yet. I'm really going to wait to see how we trade this last hour of the day. But I'm going to zoom this in here. You guys can see this VTL chart. You see we had this huge volume push. Then we pulled it in on very light volume. And we look at the volume on this 2-day pullback. And then we get this gap up here today with a slight increase in volume. I was hoping for more volume than this when we were trading heavy volume this morning. I thought we were going to be able to sustain it. But you can see we're kind of putting in like a little bit of a, it's like, looks like a little bit of a flag pattern is going to start to form here, and see if we can break out and squeeze higher. You know, my thought process on this trade, guys, is specifically a short squeeze. Okay, I'm just looking for a short squeeze. I entered this trade at 73 cents right here, okay, in the morning. Okay, so there was, I'll take it back to my trade announcements here. You guys can see swing trade at 73. Stop loss is going to be 66, 65, kind of that mid to low 60 area. And if this short squeeze does trigger, I think we could see $1. I think we could get up to $1. So I'm long there on the swing trade, guys. Like, you know, I was expecting, okay, when I saw this real big high volume breakout in the morning, I was expecting us to kind of hold support in this area and then continue higher in the morning, and we never really got it. We just kind of were sluggish all afternoon, and then, you know, we're just kind of trading sideways here. Not really too much going on. So I'm going to see what happens here the last hour of the day. My stop loss is going to be somewhere down in this region, and if it rolls it over in the afternoon, I'll just exit that swing. But if we hold this together and we close somewhere up in here, we'll be in really good shape with that swing trade. So I'll let you guys know what I end up doing, but I'm going to pay very close attention to this stock as we get into the final hour of the day. All right, take it easy, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow.